Guys, so my plants have arrived today, and here I am now doing another horticultural project, and this is where I got them from. So Beth Chatto's Plants and Gardens, ecological and sustainable planting. Yeah, so they have been cultivated using natural and organic principles. So there will have been no pesticides, no chemicals whatsoever used to cultivate these. So in that case, they can be planted straight in to the terrarium, skipping the quarantine process. Okay, these are hardy plants anyway. So here we have the Chamomileum nobile, type of chamomile. So these prefer light, well-drained soils. So I'm going to plant this in the arid zone, sort of in this area here. Then we have the, hang on, let me just get the list. It is the type of wormwood, Artemisia schmidtiana. So that is a small bushy wormwood which will eventually grow to about a 30 centimeter height and can spread. All of these are spreadable, yeah. And the wormwood likes moist, well-drained soil, but it can die back if the soil is heavy and clumpy. So I'm thinking this would be suited. They all need full sun. I'm thinking this would be more suited in either the middle section or even towards this sort of side. But I'm thinking the middle section for the wormwood. Let me just go back to my laptop because I've been doing some research. So what are we looking at now? So this is the Royal Horticultural Society website where I do a lot of my plant research. Okay, so RHS. I forgot to mention also that the this place where I ordered my plants from is a charitable trust, and literally with the 3 plants and the delivery it cost me around 30 quid, yeah, maybe just slightly above. So I thought, well, by the time I've driven the cost of fuel to the specialist nursery locally, which is about 20 miles away from where I live, by the time I've driven there and back and bought all the plants, I'd have spent roughly the same. So when I found this online, when I found these plants online through the RHS website, which is brilliant because you can literally find a plant and then it will give you a list of suppliers where you can purchase from. So if we go on this one, Beth Chatto's Plants and Gardens comes up, and that's how I found them. Yeah, that's how I found out about those plants. And then this is a leaflet about Beth Chatto's Plants and Gardens. So it's ecological and sustainable, educational and charitable trust. So they host well-being workshops, horticultural courses, affiliated with the RHS. They've won awards, gold medals through the RHS Chelsea Flower Show. And Beth, who started the project, she's in her 90s now, 93. She has appeared in BBC Gardener's World, one of the most influential gardeners of our time. So they know their stuff, and it's ethical, it's ecological, it's sustainable. So I like it. I like it a lot. So it's I'm really pleased. I didn't know all this information when I was ordering the plants. I just saw that nursery listed there because I thought, well, Colchester is probably the closest one out of all of them that I found. There's other nurseries that supply these species of plant up in Newcastle upon Tyne and Inverness in Scotland, where I thought, well, they're too far, and with transporting the plants and stuff, I'll get as close to. So I went for the ones in Colchester. And it's just funny, isn't it, how things... I didn't know about all this until this arrived in the post today. So, really pleased. So, yeah, so this is the Helianthemum, which is... another word for it is rock rose. So this, in gardens, so forget about terrariums, in outside gardens, these are ideal for like rockeries, borders, edging, that sort of thing. And they are vigorous and they spread. Now the reason I bought these was because I wanted to create a sort of like a scrubland area in the middle zone of the terrarium. So the combination of these spreading will create that sort of habitat, and they should survive, hopefully, if they take to the terrarium conditions and because of their hardiness. These plants also grow in the wild in Pakistan. How did I find that out? Literally by going to a website called Flora of Pakistan. E-floras. And then you type in the name. Now, there we go. Helianthemum. Search. And then there's one that grows in Pakistan. So because that was on there, I thought, well, it's a different variety, but it's the same family. Cistaceae. Yeah, the Latin name. So I thought, well, I'm going to go for it, the closest to it. So the one I've got is a Helianthemum Hemfield Brilliant, which is a rock rose, which can grow in kind of like arid, dry landscapes. So I thought this would be suitable for the terrarium. And it's a close match to the one that grows in Pakistan. So I use that eFlora's website. It's brilliant to find out what plants grow in Pakistan. Yeah. So I did that with all of them, the wormwood and the chamomile, and they all sort of came up, or close matches. And then I searched on the RHS website, which is the one I was just showing you earlier, this one here. So you type in the plant name on the RHS website, and then it'll come up. And then it also gives you information on what sort of pH soils they like. So alkaline, neutral, that's something I need to do actually. I need to do another test for that. I have done one previous, but I just need to do another one just to be doubly sure. And it tells you the soil types that they like as well. Okay. But because these plants are fairly hardy, they're not really fussed majorly on the soil. The chamomile prefers lighter soils, so that will do well in the arid zone. I wanted to look at the wormwood, or was it the Helianthemum? I wanted to look at, I think it was the Helianthemum, the cultivation, what types of soil Like, does it like moist? Grow in fertile, neutral to alkaline, moist but well-drained soil in full sun. Suitable for rock garden on the front of a border. Okay. So I was thinking of putting that on the cooler side. Originally, I was thinking of the arid zone. But the soil in that side isn't... Well, it is in a way, but it's more drier. So I think this would be better on the cool side. So the Helianthemum is this plant here. Helianthemum. Artemisia. Chamomile. Chamomile on this warm side. Wormwood in the centre. Helianthemum on the right. And so to prepare for this and to also take a pH test, I've had to really kind of get my hands in there and dig deep. Yeah. So you can see on the warm side, the soil is generally a bit more shaly and drier. And through doing that, I uncovered a burrow. And then I sort of thought, right, I need to stop. Because for all I know, Mr. Jinx could be in there somewhere, because I know he is hibernating at the moment. He's in semi-hibernation. I've not seen him for over a week, so I don't want to disturb him. But yeah, so I'm going to do a pH test of the soil, and then tomorrow, well, I could even put them in now and then do the pH test tomorrow. Because I think I've pretty much ascertained the positions of where they're going to go. So I think I'll do that now. I think I'll pop them in now, get them in. So there we are, guys. I am really chuffed. I just hope now, fingers crossed, that they will take to terrarium life. So there we go.